Howdy folks, welcome to Texas. We of Berry & Company Fine Antique Silver are at the Marburger Farm Antique Show, all primed and ready for fabulous something or other. We're not really quite sure what's going to happen, but we brought with us a whole bunch of good Repousse silver. People seem to really like Repousse silver here in Texas, as one of our Texas customers put it. She likes to have her silver all kirked up. And Kirk is only one of the many fine Baltimore makers that over the years has produced many thousands of fine pieces of flatware and hollowware. Kirk and Steve and Schofield and J.E. Caldwell and Arminger, and there are many, many fine Baltimore makers produced fine quality Repousse silver. And a lot of people think Repousse means floral, but Repousse basically comes from a French word meaning worked from behind. So the silver is pushed up from behind, and then the detail work, whether it be flowers or architectural designs or people or animals or whatever, is done with chasing and engraving tools after the silver is literally pushed up from behind, giving it that raised three-dimensional look, which people seem to gravitate towards. Really, a lot of people won't have anything else, but in my hand I'm holding a wonderful Steve Rose Repousse pitcher with the beautiful rose decorations and the grapevine handle, all done, of course, in sterling silver. Probably done about 1920 by the Steve Company. Unfortunately, as much of the good silver that has come out of Baltimore, nothing is coming out of Baltimore anymore, as all the Baltimore silver companies have either been closed up and taken over and moved out of Baltimore by a corporate giant. Lennox bought out Kirk Steve, and then somebody else bought out Lennox. But the long and the short of it is, none of the poor shadow of itself, what's being manufactured today, is made in Baltimore. There's no Baltimore silver being made in Baltimore anymore. The only good silver is what they've already made prior to, I think about 1990 was the last year that was actually made in Baltimore. And most people really want to have stuff that was made before World War II. All of the silver that we have here is older production. We have a beautiful tea and coffee set of Kirk Repousse that dates to about 1880. It even has the two teapots, one for green tea, one for black tea, the coffee, sugar, creamer, and the waste bowl. And next to it is an absolutely gorgeous Gorham Repousse hot water kettle with its original stand and burner that's perfectly functional for either to keep your tea or your hot water hot. It has an alcohol burner underneath that works extremely well. And below that, we have a couple really nice gravy boats. This one is Kirk. In fact, it actually has a matching monogram with the tea set. It's available separately, but it does go along with that. Then we have a beautiful, you can actually see the difference in the Repousse work between the Schofield Baltimore Rose and the Kirk Repousse. Some people actually prefer the Baltimore Rose, thinking that it's a little higher relief, more of a three-dimensional effect. It's a very unusual gravy boat and underplate. They match perfectly. They're in excellent original condition. And then we have something that I've actually never seen before, and it's a beautiful Kirk goblet from probably about 1920 in the cattail and fern design with moths and butterflies done in Repousse work on the body. But what makes this a very unusual piece is the cabochon square cut malachite stones that are set in a border just under the rim. And I have never seen a piece of any Baltimore silver actually that was set with stones, and this is absolutely a factory job. It's a special order piece that was in presentation to Walter Reardon Chambers, April 25th, 1926, from grandmother and grandfather Reardon, and it has a Latin inscription on it, Cadex meus quam preclorius est, which translates roughly into "this is the most glorious cup there is." And as presumptuous as that statement might seem, upon close examination, one can only agree with that conclusion. It's a really lovely piece. We have another wide, quite a few other pieces in Repousse. It's erroneous to think that just Kirk made Repousse. Many of the other fine makers, Tiffany and Gorham and Whiting and Dominic and Half, also did Repousse work. But perhaps the name Repousse is often thought of hand in hand with Kirk and Baltimore silver. We have punch ladles, we have bread trays. We have a bread tray, and this is a Steve Rose, and then we have a bread tray. I believe this is Jacoby and Jenkins. Yeah, Jacoby and Jenkins. We have a really nice early teapot with a matching teapot stand, Kirk Repousse. And then next to it is a beautiful Dominic and Half water pitcher.